around the clock, sports all the time. That's never going to work. That's ridiculous.
Just remember to have fun out there today. And if you lose, I'll kill you.
This is Tall Can Audio.
Seriously, this thing is going to be a cultural disaster.
I don't know if this thing's going to be a cultural disaster.
It may just be a disaster.
It has the potential to be a studio disaster, for sure. We have extended the green room session a little bit, which certainly leaves the possibility that things can go off the rails here.
Hijinks.
Hijinks. I think people like hijinks. I'm the guy who edits the show. I don't love hijinks, but everyone else may enjoy the hijinks. Matt Robinson, Rob Christie in the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada, on a snowy Sunday. What? It was supposed to be snowy. It's kind of mucky, messy.
It's a little bit bullshit.
Wet. It's a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
We'll see how your Monday morning shakes loose. It's going to shake loose here one way or another, whether it be outdoors or through your speakers. Messy, mucky bullshit. What are you sipping on over there today, man?
Right to it.
Yeah.
No messing around.
Fuck no.
I am on Tall Can Audio.
Yeah. Take this.
Yeah, we're going to have at it.
Rob just karate chopped that right off. Like,
Yeah.
no problem.
Actually, I got to pour it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the lid.
what do you have?
All right. Over here, this comes from the Clifford Brewing Company.
London area?
Yeah, I think it's more Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah. Comes with a big wet nose. This is a 5.9% porter. Says 6-time gold medal winner. Doesn't list all 6 places that it won those gold medals, but I'm a trusting guy. I believe them because just about any porter, any stout at this time of year, it's going to work for me, man. So, yeah, 5.9% Clifford Porter. That's all it's called. We're going to run with that.
Which I don't mind. That's a solid crack.
I'm just tearing into it
Yeah.
here.
5.9, eh?
I'm drinking. Who's coming with me?
I hate when I miss that.
Yeah. I'm always there with you, buddy. I am always there with you.
This 5.9, it says strong beer on the side. I don't know what the border is supposed to be on that. Like, to me, I think you got to at least get to 6 before you put
I agree.
strong beer on there. But
Yeah, to me, I was going to say 6 should be the thing.
Yeah.
So they're
5.9,
they're rounding up.
sure.
They're rounding up.
And who amongst us hasn't?
Yeah. Every time
At
I
some
get-
point.
Every time you get on the scales,
No, that's a round down situation
I
for
get
sure.
it. I get it. I get it.
There are other things you measure that you round up on, and I think
Yeah.
this may fall in
Yeah,
line
but
with
who
that.
cares what you're measuring it as?
Clifford's
The other person
big
is saying,
red
you know
dog."
what? I'm never buying that. Forget it.
I rounded up by the meter.
Exactly. Whatever you got, it's not happening.
No,
I am drinking.
we
from
know.
Continually from the 100 Acre Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
Out of,
Just outside of the Peter Patch.
honestly, 5 minutes from the clock tower. Like you are, it's almost right in the heart of sweet, sweet Peterborough.
So this has become a bit of a thing amongst the Robinsons down in Greater Lindsay. As we pass through to go back and forth, right? You got to get up to Highway 7 and whatever else. 100 Acres has become a little bit of this, we're coming in on a Friday night. It's like there's no time to stop. Let's just get there. And then you're going home on like Sunday, so it's not open. It's one of those things that's like this, I got to get there. But I haven't gotten there yet, so you have.
Multiple times, actually.
Okay.
And so I've brought something back this time, just for me.
Oh. Dick.
I'm not sure. This may have been up your alley. I'm not entirely sure. This is from their bottle series.
Okay.
So this is their Foundation Saison. Comes in at 7.5%.
My second beer today is going to be a Saison.
Okay, well, I beat you to it.
Well, way to go, Bob.
I don't always love, I virtually never love a Saison, to be honest with you. So my issue with 100 Acre is everything is in the small can.
Well, now I don't even need to stop.
Yeah. So they do some okay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are only a couple years in, I believe.
Yeah, they're pretty new.
So I'm willing to give them a little bit of growing.
Yeah.
I had the Pilsner was pretty good last time I was down back a couple months. So this is their Foundation Saison 7.5. So I'm going to give that
7.5 on a Saison.
It seems high.
It really does.
Yes.
Because the Saison I'm having later is at 4.5.
Yeah, well, and a Saison as a farmhouse style ale,
Yeah.
traditionally it's supposed to be closer to sort of a table ale, right? Like something in a lower that you can drink with whatever, but
Yeah, there's nothing about the term Saison that says to me 7.5. And yet
Correct.
I'm intrigued by it.
yes. And so, but to me, they are very much, a lot of their stuff is on the lower side, ABV wise.
Okay.
ABC. Like they do a brown bat, which is a common brown. It comes in at 3.5. Like
Okay.
I think they do quite a bit of stuff that's sort of in that realm. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to go.
Okay. We are on social media at Tall Can Audio. Hope you'll give us a follow there. Had a really interesting conversation, and Rob, as you know, with one of my favorites, Mike Comito, was on the show last week. Bruins 365, a new book. He's done the Habs 365 thing. He's done the Leafs 365 thing. 2 periods of hockey 365. And he sort of suggested that his publisher would like to see him work his way through the original 6 to start, and that makes good sense to me. But
Sure.
but it's tough on me a little bit, like to sit and talk. Hey, let's talk about all
Milt
the things
Schmidt,
that
like,
are
what are we gonna
great
do
about.
here?
We did talk about Milt Schmidt, and the Kraut line.
Yep.
Headed off to World War II with the Montreal Canadiens carrying them off the ice as like this unifying. These are guys who grew up in Kitchener, Ontario, all 3 of them, and were going off to fight for Canada, obviously. It was not sending them off to fight for the Nazis, but it's a great book, and they always are. Like it's a page and a half, 2 pages at max, and he doesn't shy away from the fact that this isn't a bad book to throw in the back of your toilet.
Yeah.
Like sit down and once a day read a chapter while you're taking care of business and whatever else.
TCB.
It's terrific. So that's what we had out on the show on Thursday morning with Mike Comito. Coming up this week, Eric Smith is going to be on the show. He as well has a new book. This isn't intentional.
The Tall Can Book Club.
I know. I keep the TCA Book Club. I keep throwing it out there. It hasn't been intentional, but this is when people release books right ahead of holiday
Christmas,
season. Yeah. I'm working my way through his book. It's called We the Raptors. And man, it's really interesting. And I'd be curious to get your take just on the concept here before we move any further. But he doesn't interview your Kawhi Leonards or your Vince Carters or your Chris Bosches in this book. He wants to talk about your Alvin Williams, right? He wants to talk to the guys that are a little lower on the depth chart and just what it's like to be a grinder on the Raptors. And he does it chronologically as we work our way through the different eras of being a Toronto Raptor. And one of the things that stands out to me, man, and I want to ask
Your
him-
Red Rockets? What was that guy's
Chris
name?
Bonner.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, yeah. I just finished the chapter, and I talked about this on a solo show I did earlier this week. I don't feel ready to do an interview until I finish
Yeah.
the book.
I get it.
And so I am pushing hard to get this done by the interview is going to happen on Monday at 11 a.m. It'll drop for you guys on Tuesday morning, but I'm trying to finish these things. The TCA Book Club is working me hard at this
Crushing
point.
Matt.
But there's something about Toronto that doesn't like.
That generates hate in the rest of the country.
Well, yeah, that happens, yeah. But at equal points wants to be seen as Canada's New York, and yet at the same time loves the underdog thing. And we just saw that with the Blue Jays, right? Like,
Yeah.
how much did we push hard on the idea that the Blue Jays are this underdog against the Dodgers, and they were, but only because it was the Dodgers. The Blue Jays had a top 5
Yes.
payroll. And so when you look back over the years, in the early days of Jose Bautista and Edwin Encarnacion, we loved John McDonald, right? While the Leafs had Sundin and McGillney, we loved Darcy Tucker. Like, there's something about Toronto that's like, we wish to be acknowledged as this global recognized city, but also we'd really prefer to be this blue collar.
I think that's Canadians.
Yeah.
I think that's Canadians. Like,
Well, and that would fit, right? Raptors and Blue Jays as this kind of nationwide
but also
team.
here in Ottawa, you look at the heyday. You had your Hosas and your Havlats,
Yeah.
your Alfredsons, but we love Mike Fisher here. We love that.
Chris Phillips.
Yeah, these guys who are lunchbox guys.
Yeah.
That is the way that we gravitate towards the guy who is gonna, not the guy who's gonna be a 40-goal scorer,
Right.
but
The guy who's actually going to get the job done. No, I want the guy who might block a shot in the third period.
forecheck
or-
like a mofo
Sure.
or whatever, or a big hit.
Schaefer or whatever here in Ottawa, right? Like,
Schaefer, not so much on the forecheck, but I understand what you're
fair.
saying.
Yeah,
you were looking for something.
it was a reach.
yeah.
That's,
Anton Volchenkov. How
yeah,
about
there
that?
you go. Yeah. Got the big deal out of New Jersey.
Yeah, see you later, buddy, and never seen
Not
again.
so good. Yeah. And that's what this book is about, though. It's not like Chris Bosch is not featured, right? Like DeMar DeRozan is not featured. It is the guys underneath those top stars. And so
Is Orlando Miller in the book?
Chris Childs is in the book. Alvin Williams is in the book. Looking forward to talking to E. And honestly, one of the things that stands out to me, man, is flipping on. Just out of because I'm as much as anything a sports media nerd.
For sure.
And in London 2012, the first time I flip on boxing, because it just comes on, right? Like you just sort of rotate through. Eric Smith calling boxing, like let's go. And he does some WTA, like women's tennis, like he's a bit of a man of mystery. Like he's
well, and he's the guy in the summertime whenever Ben Shulman is gone, Eric Smith takes over as the Jays.
And it's usually Dan Shulman is taking a day off, so Ben moves up to do TV, and now
Nepo baby.
And I know what people think about that, and you can make that criticism of the hire, but Ben's pretty good.
Ben is very honestly. Dan is excellent.
Yes.
And Ben is very. I like Ben
That's
a lot.
right.
And
so it's not an unreasonable criticism.
I say that really. I do enjoy Ben a lot.
But Eric Smith will jump in on the Blue Jays calls as well. So I imagine he'll have some things to say about that.
See, the only thing he needs to do, he needs to figure out how to rein in his color commentator during, you can't talk through 2 pitches. You got to rein in.
Can I make a call here?
You got to rein in your color. You got to rein in your color.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. Looking forward. That'll drop for you on Tuesday. And then later this week, Michaela Schreider and Vanessa Sanchez from She's Got Game.
Both in here together?
Yeah.
Nice.
On the TSN radio network. They have an event to promote. We'll allow them to tee that up, but that's going to happen at the Whippersnapper Brewing Company. We always enjoy...
our man Ian.
Yeah, and he makes some nice beers. So we'll allow them to tee up their event. That's also going to happen this week. So stick around.
This beer here is very interesting. And I say that like you live in interesting times. I'm not sure if I love it.
Tired of living in interesting times.
It's got almost a... we both had beers that have wines that have sort of
There's one in my fridge that I'm like, I don't want that today. Like, I'll do it later.
But you always pass it by, right?
Yes.
You know what? It's that shirt you have that you go, I don't feel like that. And you keep passing it by. You know what? You got to pitch it. Don't even keep it around, man. Because
I just wait till it's laundry day.
You're never going to just pitch it out, man. It's never going to be done.
Yeah.
This has a bit of that acidic sort of up front, but kind of a dry finish. It's interesting. It's got kind of almost like at the beginning, like an evergreen or like a piney kind of.
Okay. I got time for that.
Start, and then none of it is bad.
No.
I'm missing some of what I get in that traditional yeasty sort of clove, nutmeg, saison feel. I'm not getting any of that. It's got kind of a piney evergreen, and then it sort of smooths out into a dry. And it's interesting.
Okay.
So, anyways, I didn't want to let that.
Well,
go
so
by.
I'm sort of, like you kind of downplayed the 100 acres thing. Now you're sort of lifting it back up.
Oh no,
I'm gonna have to stop.
You gotta
it's
try-
right there. It's on the road every time I go down there.
Hey,
right? It's,
and the thing is, so when I went in the first time, they're filling I'm getting a cardboard box. They're just filling the beers in, right?
just tossing it in.
Yeah, and so I have no idea until I'm walking up. My dad's like, "Hey, those are all small cans, eh?" I'm like, "What?"
Hey.
So the price, to me, they're priced like a tall can, coming in at a small can.
Get the fuck out, bitch!
Yeah, all right. So you got to go in. You got to try it out for yourself.
Yep.
But to me, they're
We've had this conversation so many times on the show. It's not a statement about the quality of the beer, but around here,
yeah.
the small can's going to have to punch above its weight if that's how you're going to present it.
And
right?
so also the other thing is, when I was in there and I was grabbing some stuff up out of the fridge, the second time, this bottle of this Foundation Saison.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there with my brother and I'm like, yeah, grab me 2 of those. And he's like, well, that bottle of beer is $13. I'm like, grab me 1 of those.
Yeah.
So this essentially 500 milliliter bottle of beer I'm drinking is
2 pints. By price.
by price is yes at 2.5 maybe.
Well, this is on my list for the holiday season when I'm back down in Greater Lindsay.
Yeah, I would as you're making your way through suburban Campbellford and into the Greater Lindsay area. Yeah, stop and check it out.
Yeah.
I think you would find this to me, it's very drinkable.
Okay.
Very drinkable in terms of the Saison. It's probably the best Saison I've ever drank.
Strong words, man.
Don't love a Saison.
No. But
So
still.
if you've made it into the medium range,
Yeah.
this is actually this is a Saison I would drink again.
Yeah!
Love that.
I was over on Saturday night to the Charge home opener.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it could have gone better.
Yes.
Now let me start here. I got an invitation at about 3:30 on Friday. I was not this person's first choice, was I? I was
Yeah, you were.
sure.
The person that they would bought the tickets with
They had
passed away, or
must have died.
and they're
then
like, all
went.
right, guess what?
Must be mad.
Matt is first on my list, as he is on everybody's list.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to whoever was supposed to have my seat.
Sorry about that.
Wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. We showed up a little late, intentionally so.
Fashionably.
Any home opener is going to have the introductions and
Second place banner being raised, and
all of these things, man. So we showed up a little bit late, and it's just the first period. I went to the home opener in the first season as well. And this wasn't like this was worse than that. Like everyone is ready to explode. Like I want to have a good time here. I want to really get into this. And in the first on Saturday night, there's a goal that's scored and it gets overturned because it's too many persons on the ice. And
too many skaters.
the ref's mic isn't working, so you can't explain to the crowd what that delay was about. There was another delay as well. Like, first period was incredibly choppy. Second period, still no scoring. Third, all of a sudden, you've got a player for New York who scored 1 goal last year, who gets a hat trick on you
Hattie!
in the third period. And look, I think everybody was under the impression that this was going to be a tough year for the Charge.
Tough off season.
But man, it was dull. And you didn't give this crowd anything to like if you'd have scored a goal in the second and then still lost 3-1 or something, like at least you had your moment for everybody to have a good time, and it never came. You were shut out 4-0.
Tough preseason.
Gwyneth Phillips showed that.
Second star of the game in a 4-0 loss.
Right. She was everything that she had shown to be in the playoffs last year and whatever else. Like, clearly they made the right choice. Look, a lot of people, myself included, loved what Maschmeyer was for Ottawa in the first 2 years. But when she got hurt and Phillips took over, they didn't really leave themselves any choice but to protect Phillips. And that looked like the right call in this game. But, man, it's thin up front. And Anna Shakina is the Russian second rounder that they took that was supposed to provide that offensive spark. There's some questions right now whether or not she was ill or healthy scratched. Those are very different
Of course they are.
things.
Yes.
But that was the only thing that was going to...
2 Russians, right?
Yeah, Kastarova, or she looked fine, Katarova. But I think you're hoping that those two might be able to play together to limit some of the language barrier.
Yes.
And
Translator in-house.
yeah, and Katarina Moroizova, who's a Czech, but she's played all over the world, kind of understands a little bit of a lot of languages, was supposed to be the one to play between them. None of that happened. It was a great vibe, man. Like, the crowd is always terrific. This has been a bit of a thing here over the last
Of course it is, yep.
few weeks.
7,700 people, I believe, in the building.
7,300 people. So
The app said 77.
okay, well, the thing I read said 73.
Okay.
Either way, it's strong.
It is.
But it's not home opener strong from last year or the year before, which is, I don't want to make attendance a thing, but it's a thing right now that people are talking about.
It's a big-time thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's a big-time thing in my house.
Okay.
There's been some heated conversations. and
I
I'm like,
imagine.
I'm like, why am I getting suckered?
Why am I the guy?
Why am I getting suckered into this? And I don't even really have a strong opinion.
It was a fun event. It always is, man. The vibes are cool around the rink. The people are... But you lost 4-0 to the only team who has finished behind you in both years that you've been... now, Fillier is a emerging star.
Yep. Yeah. Did she get the hat trick?
No, she did not. You allowed the hat trick to someone who scored 1 goal last year.
She's ready to go.
As I sit here and watch the Jays lose in Game 7 and the Leafs do whatever they're doing.
The Jays to give up a home run to the guy who's only...
The 9-hitter.
Oh, wait. 1 home run off a righty all season,
Yeah.
and it's you.
It's you. Yeah, I have no refuge at this point as I look for
Fun.
Shevchenko in the UFC last weekend. She won.
There you go.
That's my
A
girl.
6-pack of beer. You got a 6-pack.
Won me a 6-pack. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's okay. So
It was fun, man. Honestly, it's always a good vibe. It's always, but they couldn't score. They never had sustained pressure. Gwyneth Phillips was the only reason they won, or kept it close on
Felt like a
Saturday.
win.
Yeah, well, kept it even marginally sustainable. And
but the way Carla McLeod likes what they have in the 2 years and 1 game,
yeah,
they want to play a tight game, a close checking game. They're not going to blow you away with a lot of offense.
they are not.
And so when you have removed some scorers and the ones you have brought in to replace them,
And Teralova leaves, Venezuela has left. Like, you're,
Shostakova,
well,
yeah, I got you.
your top goal scorer
Yes.
has left.
Yes, no, I'm just saying.
Zoe Boyd, like, remember your top 4. That wasn't even, like, a lot of us are pissed about the expansion that was free agency. She's like, yeah, no, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
For less money.
Yeah.
As-
There's some people who are not happy with Carla McLeod as a coach. Like, there's been some reporting that says some of these players are leaving because of her.
that grinding style.
Yeah.
Which is, we are going to play this to the tips.
Yep.
And you are going to defend. We will, limit chances, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
It's a hard way to play.
It is.
And as much as Carla McLeod comes across as cheery, effervescent,
Sure.
with the media,
Yeah.
unless she's pressed, sometimes gets a little chippy. Who does? Who amongst us does not? But it is that is there because people talk about it's such a great place to play.
Sure.
The crowd is great. And you're like,
Well, doesn't that sound an awful lot like the Red Blacks?
when you're like, why are people not
Yeah.
why are people not resigning then?
Where are you going? Stop leaving.
Yeah, you're going to Vancouver for less money? Like, what is
Or to
happening?
Boston, who. Anyway.
So that will be now, you know what? You can't dispute last year's results.
No.
You took the Victoire to the mat in the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
And you're like, "Psh, this is how we play. This is our identity, and people embraced it. I was at a game.
Sure.
And you're like, man, it's not a lot of action.
No.
But wins, baby.
Yeah.
Everybody loves wins.
I texted somebody else I knew at the game on Saturday night to
When you-
start the third and said, hope you took the under because it was still 0-0. And by the 4-0, like, oh man, just crossed the
Right.
the over.
When you play that style of game, though, and you don't win,
Yeah.
it could be poison.
Yeah. Well, and we'll see what's going to shake loose here. And it's at an interesting time. Everybody is talking about TD Place and what's to do there.
6,600 seats or standing room.
61 seats, 66 capacity.
See, I thought it was 55 and 66 was standing.
Wow. I think
Either way, they surpassed it last night.
at the home opener.
Yes. And Matt, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. And if I can just put out.
Because you're going to get me killed.
Yes. Well, on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
See, because to me the thing was, and my one argument at home was, I get it. If we could build a 10-5 arena, that'd be great.
Sure.
And you'd hope that they would surpass that eventually.
Yeah.
And I said, but the reality is, if you're a tenant, I don't get to tell the landlord, hey, I'm thinking about having a couple of kids. Can you expand by 2 bedrooms?
Well, especially if your ultimate goal is, as it should be, to outgrow 8 or 85
or
or 9.
10-5. No, 10-5.
Why
too much.
is city council building you a bigger building that you're looking at for 4 years, 5 years, 8 years
Till
before you
move-
join the
till you
Sens
move
at
on
the
somewhere
Breton?
else,
And,
yes.
Yeah. It's a tough sell, man.
Well, you and I are in agreement.
Yeah, we are.
Good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you. I will hit the record button. I'm not sure I will be a part of that show. We're looking forward to it. I hope you are. Anyway,
I am.
look, there's a few different things we can talk about here, but I want to talk about Bill Simmons.
Oh, I love Bill Simmons.
I don't know anything about American talk radio, and
He's former ESPN
yeah,
guy.
no, he's a
Grantland.
big deal.
He's a big
I
deal.
liked Grantland.
Yeah.
It went under fast, but he stated last week that the Columbus Blue Jackets.
He was asked.
Yes, he was.
It wasn't his opinion.
It didn't interrupt conversation to say, by the way,
Yeah.
I hate Columbus.
Suck it, CBJ.
I think he's a Columbus guy. Like, I think he's.
Somewhere in Ohio, I
Yes.
believe. Yes.
So, someone had said to him, who's the most irrelevant franchise in North American sports right now? And he said the Columbus Blue Jackets.
When put on the spot.
Yeah, but it didn't seem that difficult for him to say it.
Okay. I'm not here to defend Bill Simmons.
No.
I'm merely saying it wasn't like he said, hey, you know what? Blue Jackets, you fucking blow.
I wanted to bring this up with you because I think we have to be careful here. I think anytime you do this on an American platform, the NHL is always going to be
Punch down.
in a bad spot.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it's incorrect, but it does mean you're in a bad spot. And one of the things that stood out to me, because I did look around, and this, as it always does, stemmed out conversations on other shows, on other platforms.
And here we are.
Yeah, we're going to do it too. One of the ones that jumped out to me was Awful Announcing, which is a great website just talking about commentary and this type of thing. Like, people who are covering sports will cover that. And the guys who were doing this edition of the show said, look, we're not big hockey guys, which should be disqualifying right off the top. But you and I are going to throw NBA into this, so if we're disqualifying people, let's not do that.
If it wasn't for that NBA title, OKC, you're right there.
Right. And one of the guys on that show said, how relevant are the Winnipeg Jets? And
Or the Ottawa Senators.
Well, this was at least Winnipeg has won a President's Trophy recently.
Last year.
Right. Has the best American goalie maybe ever. We're going to have that conversation later.
Tom Barrasso says, blow me.
Well, I think Mike Richter says blow me, but lots of guys can say blow me at once. That's
Van
fine.
Peasbrook, he's saying
He's
that.
not saying
He's
it.
saying that.
He's the one doing the blowing. So
Do you still have that picture of Trump blowing Bubba?
my big, beautiful Bill. This is... So, look, we can have this conversation. You mentioned the Senators. I think if we were doing this 3 or 4 years ago, the Sens
Are in there.
would be on that list.
Of course they are.
But now are at least on the rise. They are relevant in the league,
Okay,
right?
but if the playoff team from last year doesn't supersede the President's Trophy winner from last year,
No.
I don't
But
know what does.
Doesn't that just say to you what random Americans who don't follow hockey know about hockey? Like,
Yeah, of course.
you didn't mention Ottawa, who was just scraped into the playoffs, but you
Sorry.
did suggest
Montreal scraped in. We
No, you're right.
sailed in.
That wasn't my point.
Screw you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt sucks. God, Matt sucks. But Winnipeg, who won the fucking first in the league,
regular
like,
season,
fuck
yes.
those guys. But you do have to sort of measure this idea of I'm good now, but what's my
yeah.
I'm curious. I want to do this kind of league by league and then settle on one.
Because and when you sent that to me,
Were you aware of it? Had you heard that?
I was aware of it.
Yeah.
And I was actually going to send it to you.
I know what's up.
Yeah, but you always know what's up before me, and that's okay. You're a little younger than I am.
What it really means is I'm spending more time on Twitter than you.
So it comes down to you go, what makes you irrelevant as a
Right,
franchise? Right. There is what is your sort of how much do you crop up on the national or the North American consciousness, right? As a city
Yep.
in itself.
Like you could make a case right now for the Chicago Blackhawks, and yet it's like the third biggest market in the league, and they're on the uprise, and they have a star.
They are the second city. They call themselves that.
Yeah, well, Toronto calls themselves some things too.
Yeah, well, we call Toronto a bunch of things too. But so there are, and so each league has them,
Yeah,
and so we as hockey people are never. That's you and I.
yeah.
As hockey people, we're never going to pick a Canadian hockey city because
It's always relevant
it's
in
boss
Canada.
in that city.
Yep.
And in this country.
Yep.
It is relevant always. So it's never going to be that. But you have this is your question, I believe, in each league, which are the most irrelevant
Yeah.
because it's media notoriety, it's championships, it's how good are you on a year-to-year
This is
basis.
it. Like, if you are Bill Simmons sitting in the United States, you could pick Calgary or Winnipeg or Ottawa but none of it's true. Those are all incredibly relevant in their markets. Whereas in other sports, are the Jaguars relevant?
Up until the last couple of years, Jaguars would have been my top pick.
Right. So I'm curious, as we sit here right now and look in the NHL, is Columbus, because I do want to do this kind of league by league,
Okay, let's do it.
is Columbus the most irrelevant franchise in the NHL?
I say yes.
Is there anything that could happen in Canada? Toronto is trending down.
Yeah, but
sometimes you're
Toronto
so...
will always be.
This is it. Sometimes you're so disastrous
Yes.
that you're relevant,
Like
right?
right now, the two biggest cities, Montreal and Toronto, like the Saturday night game
Yeah.
was billed as this, whichever team loses this,
The two shitbirds.
the fan
getting
base is
after
gonna
it. Right.
implode.
That's relevant.
That is
right?
super relevant.
That's
and
relevant.
It's being talked about in both markets.
Yes.
It's talked about across the Canadian teams.
Sure,
Anyways,
yeah.
they're all looking at that going, "What's happening over there? Look at those guys."
Is Nashville in the mix?
Nashville, Minnesota.
Minnesota is wild as like I agree with you, but like that's the market in the United States, but they've just been so whatever for so long, right? Like just mediocre.
10 years ago, you would have said either one of those Florida teams. Bad ownership, bad teams.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Yeah. And yet sometimes again, being so bad that you're like keeps you in the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in Florida, one of the two of them were going with a Pornhub.com arena.
Fuck yeah.
Who was
would've been
that? Who
awesome.
was
That was
that?
the Panthers.
They were going with,
Pornhub.com arena.
or it was like Hamster.
No, it was Bang Brothers arena.
Whatever it was, you're like, that's where you are as a franchise.
These
That's
guys think they have a shot of getting their name on your arena.
shot. Right on
A money shot.
yes,
of
on the
getting
collar of your shirt.
there. All right.
So all I'm saying is that speaks to irrelevancy. But you know what? 4 Stanley Cups
Yeah.
in the last decade take you away from that. And so you have to speak to relevancy in the current time.
Yeah.
And CBJ, the Blue Jackets, sort of have they ever made it past the first round?
No. Yeah, they swept Tampa.
Well, was that in the playoff series season?
No,
So-
that was not a. No, remember that was a whole thing. They got made fun of at the awards, and like Tampa Bay set the record for most points in a season, and then set the record for or tied the record for being
Corpusalo,
eliminated.
man, they got Corpusalo.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Have that happen to you
Ottawa,
at some
whenever they play
point.
Boston, that seems to be the thing.
Yeah,
Forpasalo. It's so I think it is.
but that's some American guy saying CBJ. Do we agree? CBJ.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think I agree in hockey that Columbus.
Seattle is on the map
They-
just because they're new.
But you know what? You even look at them; they're in a playoff
Yeah,
spot today,
yeah.
but it is quiet. Mm-hmm. And so, to me, that is great. But to me, Columbus is,
You've just never been good. You've just never mattered.
and you've never been. See, people look and go, "Watch out for that." Like you've never done that. You've never done that.
And yet, they do have some pieces maybe on the come here.
That Adam Fantilli guy. He looks pretty
He
good.
knows how to play it in his hometown.
He loves Toronto.
Let's do baseball.
Colorado Rockies. I'm looking at you, baby.
Do you think there's an argument to be made?
For the Miami Marlins. That's my.
Well, for you're so bad that you're relevant. Like, holy fuck, your management is so shit. Like, your coaching is so shit. You've been bad for so long that it keeps you in the. Like, I think this is the thing that we do here is the conversation irrelevant versus just bad. Like, just a bad. I look at the Rockies and go, man, have you ever been good? They have not in any decade, as we start in the 90s when they came in 92, 93, they have not one time in a decade, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and this decade, not one time have they crossed just a 500 win percentage. Like
For the entire decade. you
right. They've never been.
Well, and so they had that Walker,
Larry Walker.
Bichette, Martinez. They had
A little
that.
later on, Tulowitzki. Like they had.
Too low.
That was one extra clap.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, he blew it.
You blew it.
He was just a guy. Like like he was a great player, and they've had great players. You mentioned a couple of them, but they can't ever just for a decade be an above 500 franchise. And yet, you could talk about the Cincinnati Reds When was the last time you mattered?
Joe Morgan and the Big Red Machine.
Sure. So 1988 or
No, 79, I think that
whatever
is.
it might be. The Angels have had at least Trout and
Shohei,
Ohtani
yeah.
at different points. And they went to a World Series in 04 or something. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, the most irrelevant franchises in baseball.
To me, it's Miami. I don't care if you won a World Series.
Yeah.
You are fucking irrelevant.
To what degree, if we removed our Canadian caps, would the Blue Jays fit into that?
Interesting. I don't think they're ever there.
There's 15 and 16, at least in the final.
Yeah,
right?
and then you look at they moved into they had the Bichette, they had the Guerrero.
Yep.
These are and in terms of you also had Clemens.
Yeah, and
you had
look,
Biggio. You had those.
And they
four-
just went to the World Series. So
I know,
obviously they're
but
not.
but in between then,
Yeah.
when they were good in 15, 16, and then they hit it, but they still had top 100 prospects in the pipeline.
yeah.
And so people were still looking at that franchise.
Yeah.
So to me, I understand there is that 95.
Well, we
through
talked in the hockey one.
2014.
Like, could you
There's-
say the Sens? Yeah. Would it make sense right now? No. But
But there was two solid decades where,
Yeah.
they, Christ, man, I was a fan and they were irrelevant.
right.
In my own viewing.
The Lyle Overbay Blue Jays. The
That sort of man, especially between 2000 and 2010.
Yeah.
That's a forgotten period.
The NFL. This is hard because I think because of the presence of the NFL, everybody matters.
But I'll give you two teams.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the Carolina Panthers. And I know they had Cam Newton
And
not
they've had
too
some
long ago.
stars like
And we're going to go back to the Kevin Green
Yep.
years.
Yeah, we are.
Like, what is that, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
20 plus years
Yeah.
ago? But they didn't win
No.
a championship. They went to a Super Bowl, I believe.
Right.
Cam Newton as well. But, man, that is – and the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, the Titans are on my list here too.
Those are the two teams I look at and go – and up until the Trevor Lawrence years
Mm-hmm.
and the ownership in Jacksonville, that is an irrelevant franchise. We're going to see
And this
you
is
in
me
England.
nitpicking again, right? Though is you're so bad that you're relevant.
But see, they're not that. They're
No.
not that. To me, the Patriots were that.
You got any time in this conversation for the Houston Texans?
No, man, they got people molesting massage therapists.
So that makes you relevant.
Or yeah, they're in the news, man. They're always.
But don't you think the Panthers are in that? Not for molesting people, but have had some names over the years, man. Like they've.
Yeah, but despite going to a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls in the last 25 years,
How about the Arizona Cardinals
Super Bowls and
in 05?
no, they were,
07, whatever it was.
and then they just
Larry
they-
Fitzgerald and Kirk Warner. Like people associate Kirk Warner with the
sorry, man.
St. Louis.
and I was confusing them with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah.
Although the Falcons are never irrelevant, but you could throw them back into the NBA conversation with the Hawks.
But there
That's,
was a Saints issue there too, right?
Yes.
Where the Saints have,
yeah.
But Drew Brees is there. To me, it is for me in teams that I look at and go, like I'm much more interested in the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Like these are teams that are much more
Yeah.
at the forefront than Carolina.
The Cardinals haven't done shit since that one Super Bowl appearance in like 07. It was Kirk Warner, who everyone associates with the St. Louis, the greatest show on
greatest show on
turf.
turf. Yeah, man, yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald was part of that. Like, great, you got there once. I don't know.
But
man.
they beat the Tennessee Titans, man, and Dyson on the.
Well, that was Steelers they played.
They also beat it was
Yes.
the shoestring tackle on
That's right.
Dyson.
That's
Bam.
right.
To me, I think I'm going with the Tennessee and the Carolina products.
Yeah.
Those are my two teams.
Let's finish off here where you and I are both super educated in the NBA.
Charlotte Hornets, come on down, baby.
I got big time for the Sacramento Kings.
How about the New Orleans or the Pelicans, whatever that is?
Pelican.
Pelican.
Let me throw something at you. The Chicago Bulls, who pre-Michael Jordan were an absolute joke,
Yep.
and post-Michael Jordan were an absolute joke. Derrick Rose was mildly interesting for a little while.
Hey, Matt, you're
But for
mildly
somebody-
interesting.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'll take
so
it, man.
disrespectful.
It's about right, though. They haven't. You're in the third largest market.
We are
in
the
the
second
league.
city.
Yeah. Where are you?
So what about the
Because I look at you, or what you just said, the Hornets. Walking around my old public school there in North Oshawa, there was an awful lot of people wearing Chicago Bulls winter jackets.
Yes.
And Charlotte Hornets. Those were...
Yeah.
And actually, Georgetown Hoyas for some reason. Hoyas
and
jackets
Michigan
were,
Wolverines
Yeah.
and Notre Dame Fighting
and a little
Irish.
bit of LA Kings just because of Wayne
It's a
at the
sweet-
time.
it's a
in
sweet
my
logo at the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yes.
100%. But I look at the Chicago Bulls. If you weren't in Chicago, and if you didn't have that little 92 to 99, 89 to 99, whatever it might be, what a horrible franchise for one of the biggest markets in the
So
league.
would you throw the New York Knicks into that?
Yeah, no. I guess.
But see, to me, that's
because you're always in the news. Like the Bulls aren't.
but
Like
the Bulls are a brand,
Yeah.
and the Knicks are a brand.
Yep.
But they are still talked about because they're shit.
Yes. They are
And-
shit.
And you have sullied the brand. Like to me, that is.
But the
whereas-
brand of the Bulls was shit before
Yeah,
MJ.
yeah, but the
Knicks
Hornets-
have been around for a while and have been up and down as any
shit
long
since
term.
Ewing.
Yeah. And before.
Yeah, but you just go. The Bulls still have, even when they're shit. The Hornets could be better, but still are just. Who cares?
Grizzlies, shit. Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
All right, they're
shit.
See, the fact that I forgot that they had a team
They had
makes them
Vancouver, right? Those
makes them
guys.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
But so to me, that is your, and again, maybe it's just my bias towards the Nashville Predators, the Tennessee Titans, the Charlotte Hornets, that Tennessee Carolinas.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry about that. It's just the truth. And the Hurricanes.
Yeah, but they're good. This is the difference.
I know.
They're good.
But for a team as good as you are,
Yeah.
and first place in the Eastern Conference right now,
Yeah, but you could do that.
you are still people are like, oh yeah, wait, there's those guys too.
But you could do that like in the NBA. Oklahoma City should be irrelevant, but they've been great since they came in. And I know they already had some of those pieces.
But they swapped out a bunch of guys,
Yeah.
and they were bottom of the league, taking all
Sure.
They had 107 picks, first round picks.
Yeah. But they've never been irrelevant.
No, I know, but they are that small market.
But like, that's my point. Like, as a small market doesn't have to mean you're irrelevant, right? Like they
Agreed.
They had
Agreed. 'Cause the
great
Kansas City
pieces,
Royals-
and then they cycled their way. Yeah, Kansas City is not irrelevant in MLB.
They
Like,
are not, but they were.
I saw
prior-
someone mention the Twins. I'm like, what do you? The Twins are not irrelevant. Like the Twins
and the A's
pop up now
like
and then.
those teams that
Well.
but they continue to be in the playoffs. Like they are.
You lose me on the A's a little, but
The A's in the last 20 years, man, in terms
Oh,
of their
yeah.
their playoff
they
appearances,
punch above their weight,
They 100% do.
which is now Sacramento.
The Kings,
That's their
the
weight.
Sacramento Kings in the NBA.
That was the like you have to go back to Peja Stojakovic or Mike Bibby as being relevant
Or
players.
who was the guy from the Fab Five
I don't know.
who ended up
You know
as a
you're
Sacramento
waving
King?
at.
Yeah.
These are not good. The Kings could easily be the most irrelevant team in the NBA.
All right.
The Queens, as Shaq called them.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets and the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, I could see it. We'll take a break here. I want to talk a little Blue Jays off-season.
Blue Jays!
We've still got some NHL to cover. Plenty to come here.
There's still hockey happening, eh?
We are playing hockey.
Oh, there's still hockey happening.
We'll see you in a minute.
I've got nothing here. You're giving me baseball and hockey, and I got my keister blowing in the wind. That made to look like a fool here. That's just dumb. I don't want anything to do with this place. This place is run by a bunch of children.